Okay, guys, so we're recording. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Catherine. I am a Star Diamond, and this is a Getting Started Right call for my coaches and my downline. I am the founder of my team, Team Soar. So let me kind of like break down the genealogy for you. We are under the big umbrella of the Bombshell Dynasty, and Lindsay Matway is the leader of the Bombshell Dynasty. If you have not looked her up, you really should. She went from broke nothing to she makes millions doing this now, and she is still like in the trenches working this business every day with us. So it's Lindsay Matway with the Bombshell Dynasty, and then Katie Hefner, who is the founder of the Girl Boss Dynasty. And then Made for More, Liz Horn is her coach, and then I'm like a little bit farther down under her. So just kind of like big picture, just want you to know that you are on one of the best teams in all of Beachbody. I think right now in the Bombshell Dynasty, 6 or 7 of the top 10 coaches in the whole company are Bombshell Dynasty coaches. So that's really cool. If you've just signed up as a coach, then you either signed up by buying a challenge pack with Shakeology and a program, or you signed up paying the $40. Whichever way, doesn't matter. We're really glad to have you on the team. You still start with the exact same opportunities as the rest of us, and you can do whatever you want with this business. So I'm sure that if you signed up, your coach sent you this big long email, or it's just kind of been blowing up your Facebook Messenger, whatever it is, you've been added to 3 or 4 or 5 groups, and it's probably a little bit overwhelming. I know what that's like. Like, I had no idea what I was doing when I started. So just know that we all start from the very beginning. Like, you're not stupid for asking questions. You're not behind for not knowing. Like, we all start at the very beginning. So just know that up front. This call is going to be a lot of what you need to know right now. So how do you get started? My philosophy as a sponsor is that I am more of a mentor. I'm not your boss. I'm not your babysitter. I don't want to be. I can't do this for you. This is your business. But my goal is to always be leading by example. I'm a coach. I'm not a cheerleader. So I will certainly celebrate with you, but I can't do this for you, and I can't want it more than you want it. So it's completely normal to be overwhelmed. There's definitely a learning curve, but the one thing I want you to hear is that the only way you will fail at this is if you quit. So just don't quit. I started as a coach by sharing my business and like just kind of talking about my journey. And I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even realize that Beachbody was an MLM, a network marketing company. I'd been doing Beachbody programs for years and had just didn't realize they were Beachbody programs until I was a coach. I literally signed up for the discount. I'm sure that you've done or seen other MLMs like Mary Kay or Roden and Fields, like that kind of stuff. And I'm going to kind of go later farther into why Beachbody, in my opinion, is better than companies like that for a multitude of reasons. But this multi-level marketing company is really cool because it's not just an MLM. There's no overhead. You don't have to keep any product on hand. You don't buy things and pass it out. It's just not how it works. That $15 you pay every month covers accounting, and if there's shipping issues, it gives us access to coach relations and customer service, people that can handle that stuff for us, which is really cool. Like, we have no overhead. This is not a pyramid scheme. If you have not done your research on what a pyramid scheme is, you probably should. A pyramid scheme is illegal, and it basically means that you sign up a bunch of people that never get anything. And that is absolutely not what this is. So this is not a business where if you didn't get in 5 years ago, you can't be successful. A lot of us have been very successful and have only been in the business for a very short period of time. So I want you to really think about what attracted you to this business, because that's going to be really important later. Don't feel like you have to be all in like I am. I have been coaching for about 1.5 years, and the longer I coach, the more I realize that this is what I want to do. I love building my team. I love working with my challengers, and I love the personal accountability. So there are 3 speeds to coaching. The first one I like to call a preferred customer. It's basically a discount coach. You just want to work on your own transformation, or you just don't want to pay full price for the products, whatever it is. You don't have to do anything at all except pay that $15 a month, and you still get a 25% discount. So discount coaches, totally cool. A lot of the top coaches started that way. A hobby coach basically means that maybe you want to get your Shakeology covered, or you want to help a few people, or you want to sign like friends or family, but you don't really want to actively build the business. The third speed is a business builder. So you're all in and you're willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. So that's when you want to start plugging into trainings and really participating in group calls and stuff like that. So if you want to be more than just a discount coach, my best piece of advice is to be your best challenger. Things that may seem really common sense to you are probably not common sense to everybody, even if it just means like telling people that they need to drink more water. Sharing like tips like that will expand your network, and it just be your best challenger. So let's kind of get into a little bit of the nitty gritty. How do you earn money as a Beachbody coach? So there are several ways. First of all, you earn a 25% commission, a little bit more if you sell a challenge pack. It's a little bit more than 25%, but you earn a 25% commission on all sales. So pretty much you sell something, they give you money for it, and you are not responsible for sending it out, which is awesome. And then there are team bonus cycles, and there's a really good video in the Coach Online Office. I also have it in my team page, but if you have not watched that short little video, you need to. It'll really help explain some stuff. But basically, as you sponsor other coaches, your income will continue to grow, and that's really the basis of that. This business and how successful you are is all about mindset. Sometimes the people closest to you are going to be the least supportive. My mom asked me, like, I was so excited about hitting my first rank, and she's like, well, what happens when they quit? It's like, well, then I'll find more people that love it as much as I do. And like, I've only had one coach quit. Actually, I've had two now, but my first coach that quit re-signed back up because she realized that she just really wanted to be doing it. And I was like, okay. So anyway, sorry, Mom, but those people, you're definitely going to have some haters along the way. Don't let them dim your light, because you know why you're doing this, and that's something that you're going to have to hold on to. If you believe you will succeed, you will. If you don't believe you will, then you won't. So a couple of tips that I want to share with you on how to be successful, basically. Number one is be coachable. Take in as much information as you can. You might not do it exactly like me. You might not do it exactly like any of the other coaches on the team, but you need to be learning constantly from those around you. And if what you're doing isn't working, be willing to listen and learn from those that are doing something that's working, because this does work, I promise you. My second tip is to be resourceful. Don't always rely on your upline. So don't always rely on me or Kayla or Tony or whoever. Don't rely on them to always be the one answering your questions, because you really need to be able to use the frequently asked questions in the Beachbody Coach Online Office. If you don't know where that is, it's at the bottom of the page. You scroll all the way down and click FAQ. You can search anything. Don't make your searches too complicated. I think some of us have learned that the hard way. Literally, if you want to know about amino acids, you search amino acid. That's it. And everything that it has anything to do with, it'll come up. So basically, keep your searches really simple. And if you don't find it in the FAQ, Google it. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I have, oh no, y'all must have logged on really early. Hang on. Hold on, guys, sorry. So I cannot tell you how many times I have literally Googled something and then like copied and pasted and maybe changed a couple of words, and that was it. Like, I just regurgitated what I had Googled or what I had looked up in the frequently asked questions. So if you have not done that first, then you need to. So anyway, my point is do that. Follow other successful coaches. You know, Lindsay Matway, Katie Hefner, like anybody that you like feel a connection to. So like I follow Lindsay Stay and Amy Silverman. They're really good people to follow. Don't copy them, but they're really good resources. So so yeah, do that. Sorry guys, I'm having to pay my bill basically. Yeah, so follow other coaches. And then my next tip is to be resilient. don't take no personally. There are always going to be naysayers. You're going to have people return. You're going to have people that just can't find a Shakeology recipe that they love. And a lot of the times it's just because they really just don't want to. Like, it just doesn't matter enough to them yet. And that's okay. There are going to be people that are not ready to do this with you. Just don't let it define you. Be patient and be consistent. You're not going to see results overnight, just like you don't see results in your fitness journey overnight. You're going to have to jump before you feel ready, and then you're going to have to flap your wings on the way down and learn to fly. Katie Hefner said this in one of her calls. So Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built daily. So try to remember that, and remember that consistency is so key. You may have to be willing to give up girls' nights or your favorite TV show, let your DVR fill up, whatever it is. But if you want this, you're going to have to make some sacrifices early on to be able to do like Katie and take 3-week vacations, because she can. Don't be afraid of the selfie. Share your journey. Create your own reality show on Facebook. Like, don't share stock images, because people want to see you. They relate to you and your journey. So whatever you're proud of, like maybe you fit into a new pair of pants or something, whatever you're proud of, share it, because your Facebook is your brand. So don't let inspiring someone, let inspiring someone outweigh the fear of embarrassment. Hang on, guys. Really sorry. I should have done this a long time ago. Okay. But that being said, do not just post about Beachbody. Think about your audience. Who do you want to attract? Like, why were you attracted to your coach? A really good piece of training and advice is that you need to come up with 4 or 5 topics that you can talk about, and then rotate through them. So, if you follow me, you probably know that I post a lot about Beachbody and Shakeology and how that's changed my life, like the business part of it and the fitness part of it and the health part of it. But I also post a lot about my husband. Like, people really enjoy seeing us go on date nights and learning that we met online. Like, stuff like that is really interesting to people. And obviously I'm really passionate about my husband. So I also share a lot about my pets. We have kind of a little farm going on. I share a lot about my favorite TV shows, because some of the more popular shows tend to generate interest on my page as well. And I really like to travel, so I post about those. Those aren't all of what I post, but I make sure that I post about those 5 things so that my page isn't always Beachbody, if that makes sense. Use it as a guide. Make sure you're not posting all pictures of your kid. Like, people love your baby, but if you're not sharing anything else, that's all they're going to think. Like, that's all they're going to remember you for. Okay, so the coaches that plug in, so you guys that are on this call, like, I'm so proud of all of y'all for getting on here. It's so exciting for me to see you guys here. You need to plug in, because the more you plug in, the more successful you're going to be. So that means getting on team calls, listening to the National Wake Up Call. That means, posting in the group page, and that also means looking through your coach online office. So get to know that really well. You'll learn a lot just by looking through that. That's really important. So if you do nothing else, though, Beachbody has 3 vital behaviors. So the first one is be proof the product works. You are literally a walking billboard. So, like, my shirt even is kind of, we call it wear and share. But I drink Shakeology and I walk around with the cup and I tell people how much better I feel. And I am proof the products work. So that's number 1. That was kind of self-explanatory, lead by example. Number 2 is invite. And I know that sounds like, oh my God, you mean I just have to send messages to people all the time? No, not at all. You do have to reach out to people personally, but you also need to be inviting people to free groups. You need to be inviting people to challenge groups and the coaching opportunity. So it's not just, mass messaging. And then number 3 is really important. And I thought it was total crap because I've always been a fairly positive person, but personal development is number 3. And a lot of the top coaches will tell you that is the one thing that has totally changed their business, that's totally changed them. This is a lot of where your inspiration will come from. So there are several books that I recommend. The first one that I used to send all of my Emerald coaches is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This one's really good. If you haven't read it yet, you need to. One of them that is recommended most, and it's really short, by the top coaches, is Rock Your Network Marketing Business. And I mean, it's literally like 100 pages. Like, it's not long at all. So read this one, Sarah Robbins. And then the one that I'm currently in love with, because I feel like it resonates on so many levels, is You Are a Badass. So if you are not offended, easily offended, then read this book if you can look over some of the words in it. If you can't, then you're missing out, because this book is badass, guys. Anyway, so personal development is a proactive choice to be a better you. And that's really what this team and this business is about. Like, it's about being a better you. So what do you need to do in your first 3 months as a coach? First of all, you need to find 2 to 3 people to do this with you. Join in a challenge group. Your upline, maybe me. You will be an apprentice coach with one of us. And when you find 2 or 3 people to join you, say you find 3 people, you will also hit Success Club, which is your second goal as a coach. And Success Club is Beachbody's incentive program, but it's more of a way to gauge your growth. Success Club 5 should be a non-negotiable. It's really important to hit Success Club 5. I'm actually a Success Club 5 All-Star, and in March I'll be a legend, which means I will have hit it for 2 years solid. So I have hit Success Club 5 every month since I signed as a coach. And I'm telling you that because if I can do it, you can do it. There have definitely been months where I've been down to the wire, like, how am I going to do this? But at Success Club 10, Success Club 5, you get free customer leads from Beachbody when you're Emerald, which is your 3rd goal. Emerald is really easy. It's your first rank advancement. It's you plus 2. And it's your first big milestone in the business, because once you hit Emerald, and like I said in that video that I talked about earlier, once you hit Emerald, you start earning bonus cycles, and bonus cycles will exponentially grow your business. So that's really cool, and it's really easy. I recommend signing your spouse or your mom or both, whatever you have to do to get there as quickly as possible, because once you get there, even if you're not earning bonus cycles on it, you're banking that volume. So eventually, when you do build your business big enough, then you will make money off of all that volume that's just been sitting there. So it took me a while to use all of my carryover volume. And there for a while, I've made $1,000 on bonus cycles just because I had banked volume. So it's a really big deal to get to Emerald as quickly as possible, because as soon as you do, you start saving that, and that's huge. If you hit Success Club 10, you also get Success Club leads, which are really cool because you instantly get paid for them. So you automatically earn commission because somebody bought something. So anyway, so to kind of recap, your first goal is to find 2 or 3 people to join you in a challenge group, is to hit Success Club 5, and sign up 2 coaches to become Emerald. So really big deal, but it's also really doable, guys. I don't want y'all to overthink it. You do not have to know everything in this business. Passion will get you way farther than knowledge. And I guarantee you this team and your upline and I will help you. So don't be intimidated by all of the oh, I don't know that. Just share what you do know, share your journey, and say, you know what, I don't know the answer to that, but I can get it for you. So just don't be intimidated. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. So in your conversations, we recommend you use FORM. So the F, it stands for family, occupation, recreation, and message. So family, how are your kids? Did you and your husband have a good time on that trip? Whatever. So get to know people. Occupation. So where are you working now? Do you enjoy it? And a lot of these questions can lead into ways to invite people to the coaching opportunity or to invite people to a challenge group. But recreation, like, do you have a summer vacation planned? You know, stuff like that. Make sure you're asking questions. And then when the time is right and when you feel as though you've connected with this person, you've built a relationship, because this is a relationship business, guys, then invite them. Then send them a message, your message, and tell them like how whatever has changed your life and how you feel like it could help them and whatever it was that they just told you. So you've got to relate back to them. So that's a form. And I will say this, and I learned this like not really the hard way, but I learned this unexpectedly. Even if people are not liking or commenting on your social media posts, they are watching. Like, so if you're not consistent in your posting, then people can't see it. But I'm telling you right now, if you post it and no one likes it, people saw it. And I guarantee you they're watching. So here are a handful of things to not do. One of my personal pet peeves is using the share button on Facebook. If you share something from someone else's page, their like page, or, you know, like another coach, whatever it is, if you hit that share button, you're opening your market to that person. So you're sending them away from your page. If you really like something, say it's a recipe, then save the recipe, make it yourself, take a picture and create your own content. If you love that e-card, instead of hitting share, save it to your phone or your computer or whatever and repost it. But do not use the share button. It just isn't good, guys. Do not mass invite. Do not come up with, I know it works, like if you've personalized it enough, but if you've ever gotten a Roden Fields message, if you haven't, I'd be shocked. But you know what I'm talking about. It's that same thing where you know they don't care about you. All they want you to do is buy their stuff. So we do not want people to just buy stuff from us. We want people to change their lives because they're ready and because we can help. This is about sharing. It is not about selling. So just know that. Don't add people to groups without their permission. That's just, I mean, if you guys have ever experienced it, you know that's just bad. You can invite people to events and then they get to say yes or no, but do not add people to groups without telling them. Look, I don't even add people to my team page or to Dedicated Darlings, our support group. I do not add people to those groups without at least saying, hey, I added you to this group, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't just throw them in there. So don't do that. I'm sure you guys have experienced that. So again, you do not have to be perfect. Whatever your goals are with Beachbody, you can share them in the team page. You can share them on your timeline, whatever you want to do. But when you work towards a goal, and goals are really important if you haven't caught that yet, goals are really important. Make sure you can start small. That's great. Do that and share when you accomplish it. So maybe your first goal as a coach is to get your Shakeology paid for. Okay, you know how you do that? You sign up 3 people with challenge packs and that pays for your Shakeology. But when you do that, share that, because people are not going to relate to the Lindsay Matlays that make millions of dollars. They're going to relate to you because you got your Shakeology paid for, or you paid off a vet bill. Like, I just spent an extra $200 on my Weimaraner today. And I did not even worry about spending $200 on her because she doesn't feel well, because I made that. So I can make a post and be like, thanks, Beachbody, you paid for this, because they did. Maybe your goal is to match your income. That's mine. I've done that. So I share about it and I talk about it. Don't be afraid to share, though, that you put gas in your car. Whatever it is, thank Beachbody if you accomplish something like that. I guess those are really, let me check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to say. If you guys have questions, I can unmute you. Oh, I didn't even see who I was on. I was just talking to myself. Let's see if I can figure out how to unmute you guys.
Lauren Angela just messaged me a question, so ask it.
What's that?
Okay. She said she just doesn't know how people will feel if she randomly messaging them and talking to them like people she hardly even knew in high school. It's an issue that we've been trying to work on this whole week.
Okay. Well, let's see. Caitlin is on the call right now. Caitlin and I have never met. We went to the same high school, and someone referred her to me, and I said, hey, girl, like, I know you don't know me, but, and now she's a coach on my team. It's one of those things where, like, people, like, you talk about them and you form them, like, have a relationship with someone before you just invite them to the business opportunity or to the challenge group. There are a lot of people, let's see if anybody else is on. There are a lot of people on my team that I went to high school with that I have not talked to in 15 years. And I just pretend like we were always friends, or that, you know, we have something in common, because we do. And I'm like, hey, you know, I know this is really random, or people will post on Facebook all the time about wanting to lose weight or how they have lost it. And so I start a lot of conversations like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. That's really cool that you're doing that the healthy way. Like, good job. Excuse me. You know, or I'll send people messages and I'm like, oh my gosh, your little family is so adorable. Like, I know we haven't talked since high school, but just wanted you to know that I'm really glad we're Facebook friends, because I get to see that. And that's cool. It's really just about starting conversations. I'm not really sure if that answers the question in any way, but
if I can add my 2 cents in really quick, I think it's all about your mindset when you're messaging these people that you don't know, because if you're messaging them thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so scared to tell them, I don't want them to think I'm being salesy or trying to push some product on them or whatever, then yeah, that's what they're going to think. But if you message them and you are so excited to share this opportunity that has completely changed your life, and you just need to shout it from the rooftops and share it with everybody, then they're not going to just think you're trying to push product. So when I message people that I have no clue who they are, I always just try to show my passion for the product and what it's done for me. Like, hey, I have to share this with you. Like, it's changed my life so much. I need to, you know, really want to tell you about it and give you that opportunity. So definitely change the mindset on messaging people.
I've actually been helping some of my coaches like have these conversations. So, for instance, there's a girl that one of my coaches really thinks should be doing this, that she would love it. And so they were like, a couple of the coaches know her. And so they were like, hey, friend her, you know, and see what you can do. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not afraid of this. So I send the girl a friend request and she accepts. So then I message her and I'm like, oh, thanks for the ad. Like, or yeah, thanks for the ad. Sounds weird. Thanks for the ad. You know, your profile picture is really cool. And I saw we had these friends in common. And I don't know, I just felt like your whole Facebook was just really happy, and my goal is to surround myself with happy people. So like, thanks. And she's like, oh, you know, and had a conversation with me, and we started talking about, you know, braces and protein shakes and whatever. And like, I let people lead themselves into Beachbody. You know, people, I say, they'll be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. How are you? And I'll say, oh, I'm great. I've just been, you know, or what have you been up to? I've just been, you know, working and running my fitness accountability groups and playing with my dogs. Like, I'll just, you know, make a list, and somewhere in there I add something about Beachbody, and then I make them ask me. So that's a really good way to introduce that kind of stuff. But as far as talking to people that you once knew, talk about, you know, your hometown, or hey, did you see that, you know, so-and-so is still teaching, you know, whatever. Just, it's really just about conversations, guys. So.
Okay, I got one more coaches, and then everybody else. She's going to listen to the recording. It's from Alana. She said she really wants to know how she can get her new coaches and potential coaches to be excited to be coaches and make money to potentially sign other coaches. I don't know if I know how to make it sound fun rather than just a job. How do you make it sound more fun than just like a job?
Well, it's not just a job. So, I mean, none of this really feels like work to me. So it's really like you your team is going to be a reflection of you. So if you're leading by example and you're constantly like showing the fun of it, then I mean, they'll feel it. And like there are coaches on my team that signed up with me early on for the discount and just like whatever, just didn't care. I actually had a coach tell me, she was like, "Oh, so you need us?" I was like, I mean, kind of, but no, like that's not really how it works. I was like, I'll do this with or without you, but you know, I can help if you want. Anyway, it was almost a year before she started building her business, and like, and things totally changed. My point is that you cannot make someone want this. You can't want it more than they do. If they run, you run, but if they don't, then you just kind of have to keep recruiting and keep adding until you find those people that are as passionate about it as we are. You know, this is really like, this is for some people and it's not for others. But like I said in the very beginning, those of us that don't quit are going to be the ones that succeed. So it's, yeah, I mean, maybe someone else has something to add on that, but I mean, you just really can't want it for them more than they want it, and you just have to lead by example. So, any other questions? Don't be shy, guys. You want me to unmute you? Would that help? So if you guys want, I can do a screen share and walk you through the back office, if that would be helpful. If you want me to show you a few things, show you where the getting started right stuff is and all that. Would that be helpful? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this while I'm talking on my iPad and recording on my computer.
Hey, Catherine, I don't know if you have this, but do you have anything you can visually show, like about the emeralds, about signing your husband or your mom up and explaining like how that volume works? Do you have that slide, or that's something that Liz did, a call that she did?
I don't remember. I mean, I definitely have stuff like that. And that video that I talked about that I posted is a really good example of that. And quite frankly, if you get on YouTube and you search, why should I sign my husband as a coach? Like, there are tons of videos. Lindsay Matway has a really good one that I like too.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Let's screen share. Maybe. Okay. All right. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. I can see that. So I know you can see that. All right. Let me get my list because I have a list of stuff. All right. So for the brand new coaches, very first thing you need to know, you need to write it on a Post-it note, and you need to memorize it. Your coach ID, is right here. So you need to memorize yours. You will use it for your coach links. You will use it when you log in to stuff, you know, coach relations, whatever. You need to know that. That is basically your Beachbody social security number. Then under that is like your rank, and this may all say me for you, I don't know, but it's your upline contact information. And then this is kind of like, this is pretty important. This is what you're talking about for the bonus cycles. But in your business, you have a left leg and a right leg. So down here, this is weekly. So this shows the weekly volume on my left leg and the weekly volume on my right leg. Every time you have 200 volume on one leg and 100 on the other, you get a bonus cycle. An emerald coach will get $14 a bonus cycle. A ruby coach gets 16, and a diamond or above coach gets 18. So, so that's a big deal. Under that is just kind of your alerts. If you have new coaches or if you have new customers, like that kind of stuff is all under here. One thing I do want to point out is the coach breaking news over here. This is where they will share like the national wake up call, which is really important. If you guys don't listen to it live, then you need to like call in or listen to the replay, whatever you do. It's about 45 minutes. It's not a big deal. This is also where they share new releases and when prices drop and that kind of stuff. That's over here. In the center, like front and center, is where you'll see your Success Club qualification. So I'm going to make a slide about this because I've had a lot of questions lately. But to qualify for Success Club, you have to have 90 personal volume on Home Direct. I have 160 because I bought all the performance line. But anyway, so that just has to be 90. And then if you open it, you can see like where it came from. And then Same thing with Success Club points. You open that and you can see where you got your Success Club points, and you can even click on this and it'll show you who you got your Success Club points from. So if that's ever negative, it means somebody returned, like whatever it is, there's a lot of really good information right there. So what you really need to do if you haven't already is go through all of these tabs, spend some time, maybe do one a day and kind of start there. So under news and training, if you go to the training tab or the training list, they have it broken down to every level. So for a brand new coach, you would start with the getting started, and you click on that and it kind of tells you like what you need to do, what you need to know, and then you can learn how. So this has a bunch of videos, tutorials, that kind of stuff. So you'll also want to check out the coach tab if you're a brand new coach. Same deal. So this memory jogger can be really good. I recommend if you're a new coach that you make a list of 100 people that you can invite to this business. And I know that sounds like a crazy large number, but it's not. I promise. So most people can do it off the top of their head. So 100 people, and then I recommend you make a list of at least 10 people that would be on your dream team, your dream coach team. And then maybe you don't sign them tomorrow, but sometime down the road, maybe you will. Anyway, so there's just a lot of really good information back here. You may see us talk about the business activity tracker. That's really good for new coaches. That's right here. So there's that. And then let's see. So if you go back up to the top, the start here, there's a nice little message from Carl Deichler, the CEO, who's a really cool guy. If you don't follow him on Facebook, you should. But what you want to do is click on the how to get started. So if you haven't already done this, do this. And if you're an older coach, this is something you need to be showing your new coaches how to do. The business quick start is kind of what I want to talk about, but you know, we don't really use our websites very much, but you do have them. Beachbody does provide Shakeology website and some other things. So if you want to, you can, but I usually send direct links, and so do most coaches. Let's see, Success Club, Success Starters. If you are in Success Club 5 or above your first 3 months in the business, then you earn Success Starters. And Success Starters is really cool because the first month you get to get on a live call with Carl Deichler, and it's really motivating. He's a really good speaker, so it's a lot of fun listening to those. And then your third month, if you hit Success Club 3 months in a row, you'll earn your free ticket to Summit. And Summit is just something you absolutely do not want to miss. Summit is our annual convention, basically. It is in Nashville again this year. And I mean, I went and I brought 2 of my coaches with me. And I think next year we already have like 15 people on our team that are going. There were 25,000 people. If you are not on the wait list, you need to get on that wait list. It's a lot of fun. And working out with the trainers is just, it's really cool, and the speakers are always really good. So I highly recommend you get there. And if you want to go for free, Success Starters is a really good way to do that. But I'll click through the business quick start real quick, because that's a really good place to start for a new coach. If it'll load. Okay. So like these are the websites I was talking about. You probably don't really need them, but you need to fill in this information. Maybe you know it already by the back of your hand, but these are the kind of things that you just need to know. Coach Relations phone number is right here. If you don't have this saved in your phone, you need to go ahead and do it. I can almost guarantee you that you will have to call Coach Relations for something. So that's right there. And there are a lot of Facebook groups like Coach 411 and access to the YouTube Beachbody channel, like all that. There's a lot of really good information. So National Wake Up Call, all that is in step 2. Set up your business. So 3 vital behaviors that I mentioned earlier. This is kind of a breakdown over here on the right. You can kind of see most of this stuff. These are some of the bigger events. Super Saturday, the next one is in October. It's quarterly. It's where they announce releases of new products and things like that. So if you can get to one of those, do it. The Success Club trip, which you can pay for in full by earning Success Club points. Next year, we're going to Jamaica and Haiti on a cruise. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about that one, but also get on the wait list for that. So this is kind of a big deal, this part down here, the coach action plan, because if you don't have a why, if you don't have a reason to do this, then like that's deep down in your soul, like if I can't, like if I don't accomplish this, then my life isn't complete kind of thing. Like if you don't have a real reason to stick with this, you're not going to. Kind of like if you don't really want to lose 5 pounds, then you're still going to eat pizza. This is a really good breakdown of kind of, what are my goals? Why am I doing this? How am I going to succeed? So I won't talk through all these little boxes, but basically just identify your obstacles and identify, where are you wasting time in your schedule, where, a lot of people say they don't have time, but they really do if they look and see, you know what, I just spent 45 minutes watching that TV show when I could have really just been building this business. But like I said from the beginning, if you don't want to do this full steam ahead, you do not have to. There's absolutely no obligation, but we are absolutely here to help if you want to. Let's see. So that's kind of that. Start there. The other thing I really recommend you guys do is to take the gym personality quiz. If you haven't done that, do that. It'll kind of help identify, how you're motivated and how to motivate your team. So I'm going to stop share. Does anybody have any other questions in the back online office before I close that? No, y'all good? Okay. All right. So are there any questions at all? Because I know we've been on for a little over an hour now. Any questions?
What does the M stand for in form?
Message.
Okay. I missed that.
Yeah. Family, occupation, recreation, message. Okay. Anybody have anything else? All right. Was this helpful? Yeah. Some nods. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I recorded this, so if your team was not on, or if you know someone that needs to see this, then I will post it in the group. I highly recommend that you go through the file sections and the photos and, like immerse yourself in the team pages, because there's a lot of information in there, and this team is growing really fast. I have 311 people in my downline, and there are a lot of people working this business. So there are a lot of us that are really excited about it, and there are a lot of us that are going to be doing this for a really long time. So we're here to stay if you guys are. Any other questions? All right. Thanks for sticking with me, and I really appreciate you guys getting on tonight. I know this is kind of last minute. I usually like to do Thursdays, but I don't know. I just really felt like we needed to do this today. So hope this helped. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to message me or message your upline, whatever you need. We're here. So, all right. You guys have a good night.
Bye.